So while I'm out here trying to check some measurements of some things, so this is less than 3 feet from the pool, right? It's like 2.5 inches that it goes into the ground, so I assume that the likelihood of it holding any significant voltage is relatively low. But this junction box here that needs some serious work, and this is all just temporary right now, and nobody is going in the pool when any power is connected to this 12 volt LED lighting, and trust me, this is all got to get sealed up. Now the interesting thing is that there's not a direct connection from this box to the conduit below. There's a gap that's about this big. Previously, the ground wire from the 120 volt that used to come in this way, right here, right? There's power that used to come in from the side. That wire broke, so I have to rip up the wire, the conduit that I assume goes along here, and then I believe went up to the switch that's in this wall. That wall is about 6 feet away. It was the previous method of supplying power to this. Now, I'm realizing that I need to probably dig this up, connect to the old conduit, and run it much farther to get up to code and potentially have things safe. But right now, I'm focused on bonding. If I've got no ground wire connected to the niche and no ground wire, this is 12 volts and these wires are itty bitty in here. So I don't think that I can rely on any ground inside that. So I think that, unlike before, where I had some previous connection from the niche, essentially via the housing of the old light, to this box that's not connected to the conduit that goes to the niche, but connected to the conduit that goes that way, at least then I had a ground on that niche. Now I believe that I do not have a ground on that niche. I may have effectively eliminated my pool bonding by removing that old light. That's a real concern I've got. Now, and that's why this is becoming quite urgent in my opinion. But I've got a lot of other things, like there are, over there's a metal pole, right? And then, I guess I can't bond this pole that I keep by the pool, but I could potentially bond this temporarily if I was to strap this down to the ground so it's immobile and have a wire that attaches to it. I could potentially bond this aluminum thing here. I guess since there's plastic that goes between here and here, then I don't know if there's any way that I can actually bond this tube. But this is the type of stuff where you can really go totally insane with this. This gas grill is currently less than 5 feet from the pool. Somebody if this gets energized, somebody touches this, maybe they get electrocuted, right? But the fence, I could bond that because it's not going anywhere. And then over here, like that metal, I'm trying to get that out of the ground. It was holding up a board that was like a retainer. But here are my pipes going up into the garage. But you can see that this downspout right here is, so 1, 2, it is like right on the 5-foot thing. But I'll tell you, I hit that with the pole, cleaning the pool all the time. And then you can see that we've got this electrical lighting going up here and running not too far from the gutter. So I guess it's possible that could get energized, and then create a path for shock going into the pool here. Now my garage is right here, so it would be not that hard to get conduit running along here, come basically from the pool. My current wire though for the light only extends, I guess I've got some slack over there, but only up to about here. It's not going to make it to the garage. So I guess somewhere along here I would need a junction, but also need to make sure it's far enough from the pool. The fastest way to get away from the pool would be to head towards the house and go that way. So then I need to think about my bonding networks. So is conduit that could be grounded, is that an acceptable method for bonding? And then there's other stuff like this, like there's this big plate that holds it as a post. Does that need to be bonded? Do I need to tap into that thing and get that bonded? And then over on the other side over here, I mean, chairs, tables, things that could be close to the pool. You really go crazy with this stuff. I mean, this bench is sitting right here. Does that need to be bonded? Okay, now this is bad, right? So an electrical cord for the lights, that's there. GFCI protected, yeah, but still getting totally wet. But these